Hi there. My name is Kimberly Forkham, and this is my week 3 assignment for an interactive resource based on a student from the pragmatic case studies. I chose to work with Thalia. She's an 8-year-old girl. I currently teach a special needs preschool, so I can most relate to this age and cognitive ability. I like coming up with creative ways to work with these students. I read through Thalia's case study information and focusing kind of on her interest down here and her academic level. So the resource that I created for her is based on my current teaching situation. I'm currently teaching or doing clinical hours in an itinerant summer activities type of schedule. So I felt like I could utilize what I'm doing working with my focal student for my clinical hours, creating an activity that could also be customized for this assignment here. So let's explain how we're going to use this resource. I felt like this was a really great resource idea. I had used this once before during our pandemic teaching, and it's completely customizable and really simple to use. The only problem would be if the families at home did not have access to, excuse me, to the internet, which our district works with those families in need and supplies them with the resources they would need. So it says that she can match some items. She can identify numbers 1 through 5 in the days of the week. She can follow short auditory directions with visual prompts. And she uses other things such as visual schedules between activities and prompts to initiate tasks, things like that. So let's take a look here at the resource that I've created for her. This is the document that I'll be submitting with my assignment. And if you scroll down, you will see here that we can click on the Google document. Oops, sorry. This will bring up the resource that would be for Thalia. So this could be sent home in a variety of ways. It can be emailed with a link to the Google Doc. All of my students have access to Google Classroom, so that's something that I utilize a lot. So this is really a great resource for a bunch of cross-curricular work. This would serve as a supplement to the itinerant services where she's getting direct instruction on her goals based on her IEP and the itinerant services. This would be a home connection to send with her to help grow those skills and additional skills while she's out for the summer enrichment activities. So I also would like to mention that I would send information home to parents before this went out, making sure that they understand how to access and utilize it. So as you can see, we'll just quickly go through it here. There's several different boxes, and in each one of these boxes is a different activity. This one is the only one that does not have a link along with the parent corner. This would be a great place to put teaching tips for your parents and strategies to use at home that'll help this child in particular. Writing, this is something they could take a picture and send it to me on Dojo or anything like that. So for the sake of time, let's hurry up and go through these. Social skills, they can click on the links here and it automatically will take them to a developmentally appropriate. This is one that I chose for a social skills video. This one in particular is about sharing and playing with a friend, which I read in the case studies that Thalia was working on. So this is a read aloud based on, this will just go to that link when you click on it. Some of her interests were dogs and birds. So I linked just a read aloud story for Just Me and My Puppy by Mercer Mayer. This is a great little story, and it obviously includes some of her interest with the dogs. And you could also prompt parents on how to ask simple comprehension questions, how to check for engagement. This is also an activity that we could prepare and do together in person. So boom cards, this one is another great resource. The student would click here, let's see, click here on this and sign in as a student. I had already signed in so that it would go directly to this. And these are just, she could pick one. So these are a listen and find number. It just prompts to say find the number, and then you click on the number and it'll either say correct or incorrect. I felt like that was a pretty good resource. This is a numbers game. This is a different resource. This is education.com. And my students all have access to this. This is a game that you play. It prompts you to find a number, and when you click on the correct number, it just demolishes. This is a science connection for this. At this time, we were working on gravity. It takes you directly to the Brain Pop video, which a Brain Pop Junior is more for the early education years. And this is an activity that they could try at home. This is a music and movement break. This just links to some fun songs that gets them up and mimicking dance moves. An art project is something that they could do outside. Again, it's summer break, so I felt like this was a great way to get some art and creativity and even some OT work in there with the bubble solution and dipping and all that. This is a banana boogie dance. It's a guided dance geared more for early learning. And this would be a great way for her to get some gross motor movement if she's inside on a rainy day or she just wants to do it with a family member. This is the letter of the week. These all could be changed and customized to whatever you're working on. And the great thing about these links to the boom cards and to education.com is these automatically generate data and send it back to me as the educator. So I can see like what one she's getting right, what one she's getting wrong, if she has played. It's a really great way for them to kind of play. A lot of kids love the technology, so it's kind of a way to play and a connection at home where I can get some feedback too. So that is my interactive resource. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I saved a link in the document both here and here. So if you have any trouble opening that, please just let me know. Thank you.